So a lot of people ask me how I started my property investing journey without saving a 20% deposit. Let me show you what that actually looks like. On a $600,000 property, a 20% deposit is $120,000 up front. Most people think you need to save all of that, but there's a smarter way in. First, let's talk about borrowing power. As a general rule of thumb, you can borrow up to 6 times your annual income, depending on your debts, expenses, and interest rates. So if you earn $100,000 with minimal debt, you could potentially borrow up to $600,000, although this varies between lenders. And that's where leverage comes in. Leverage means using the bank's money to finance an investment. In this case, a property with less of your own money. Banks are willing to lend you money because the property itself acts as their security, meaning if you can't make repayments, they can sell the property to get their money back. So here's how that actually works in practice. Many savvy investors put down just 10% to get into the market faster. But there's a catch. If your deposit is under 20%, you will usually have to pay lender's mortgage insurance or LMI. LMI is a type of insurance that protects the lender if you default on the loan and the sale of the property doesn't cover the outstanding loan balance. The trade-off? It lets you enter the market sooner without waiting years to save a bigger deposit. So let's say that you're buying that $600,000 property. With the 10% deposit approach, that's a $60,000 deposit plus around 5% in buying costs. So roughly $30,000, which includes your stamp duty, legal fees, building and pest. That's $90,000 up front. LMI, let's say that it's $20,000, but it's usually capitalized into the loan. So it's not money you need up front. Now compare that to a traditional 20% route, $120,000 deposit plus $30,000 in costs. That's $150,000 out of your own pocket. Let's say you wanted to avoid LMI by saving the 20% deposit for that $600,000 property. But by the time you hit that goal, the market's moved. And now that same property is worth $720,000. Now you'll need 20% of $720,000. That's $144,000 and 5% in buying costs again, which is now $36,000. That's $180,000 upfront. $30,000 more than what you were trying to originally save. But here's the real kicker. While you were saving, the property gained an extra $120,000 in value, growth that you missed out on. So in total, you're $150,000 behind in opportunity cost. So you didn't end up reducing your risk. Instead, you just lost your leverage.